Okay.
This main road, if you just keep it at about 30 on this one, that's it. Yeah, you're clear. You're good to go.
Okay.
And we are going to take a left by those blue cones that are running along this fence line.
Oh, okay.
So left and then all the way around to the left again. So we're going to sort of line ourselves up in the dynamic area here. So all the way around to the left. And then if you line us up in lane 1 to this first one here, and then just come to a stop with the nose of the car by those blue cones.
Okay.
So all we're going to do here is a harsh acceleration to harsh braking exercise. We'll do it a couple of times. So all it is, when I say go, you're going to accelerate up to full speed. With the car being rear wheel drive and it being a bit damp today, it's going to feel quite unsettled when you first sort of nail the accelerator. So sort of perhaps try and ease it in, sort of limit that sort of tyre spinning. So when I say go, up to full speed, and then just listening for me to say brake, and we're literally going to do an emergency stop. So as hard as you can on the brakes,
Okay.
all the way down to completely stationary. Okay?
Okay.
When you're ready.
Okay.
When you're ready, go. That's it. That's nice. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. And brake. That's it. Nice and hard on the brake. All the way down. Perfect. We're going to go round at the end there, so loop back onto the main access road.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll go back down and do that one more time. This time just sort of a bit harder on the brakes, so literally foot to the floor.
Okay.
You should then feel the ABS working beneath your feet, so you'll feel like a grinding. You'll be able to hear it as well. So that's what we want to sort of experience. But the getaway was nice, so you managed to limit that wheel spin nicely, so that was good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not used to using that much brake.
No.
You don't want to do that in your own car,
you
so
don't.
I'm like, ugh.
You definitely don't. So all the way around, and then again stopping in lane 1. We'll let the grey car go first, and then we'll do another one of those.
Okay. Is that Lauren? Yep. So that's my cousin.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, when you're ready. That's it. Now keep it going all the way up to full power. That's it. That's perfect. Keep it going. And brake. So all the way to the floor. That's it. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you'll feel the ABS working, which, as you said rightly, you don't want to feel that on the road because it means normally 9 times out of 10 something's gone wrong.
Yep.
But it's quite good to actually get a chance to feel it out here and experience it in an environment where it's sort of controlled. Again, round to the left, we're going to take it down and go onto the north circuit now. So basically you're going to take a right by the next glass bus shelter and join the track there. So the entrance is just after that bus shelter on the right hand side.
Okay.
Again, it's a clockwise track, so going on to the left.
Go that way.
So basically going to join where that black car is going round.
Okay, right here.
Yeah, right here, and then if you just pause at the line, we'll just make sure it's clear before we head on. So we just pause by the stop line. We'll let that car go round so we've got a bit of space to start with, so we don't have someone right behind us.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's it, and then when you're ready you can make your way on. Yep. And then again, just start following it around. We've obviously got it in Sport Plus now, so we'll keep it in that now for the duration.
Okay.
So again, just start sort of getting comfortable with the layout of the track. It's much larger, so we've got more open areas to carry a bit more speed, a bit more acceleration, that sort of thing. But it's still tight and twisting in places, so we can get sort of a feel for the handling capabilities of the car.
Right here?
Yeah. That's it. Lovely. So to start with, just get used to it, and then we'll start thinking about the track positioning, the racing lines, that sort of thing. We've got the cones on either side of the track here just to simulate a braking point for this first corner, so you can use that for reference as well.
Okay.
Got a couple of tight twisty corners up ahead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these corners are very long, so they seem to go on forever in places. Head they been here before, your family?
The one driving... Actually, no. No, I don't think they have.
Okay.
I think they've, like, visited
Yeah.
the place, but I don't think they've actually done any of the driving.
Okay, that's cool.
He actually wasn't supposed to drive today.
Okay.
His birthday is this coming Sunday,
Uh-huh.
and his wife surprised him.
Oh, that's really nice.
And made the booking for him.
Oh, nice.
Because she knew that they booked it for me.
Yeah, so she
And
thought,
then
why not?
she was just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So yeah, he wasn't actually supposed to. He didn't know that until this morning.
Oh, that's cool.
He woke up
He
and
thought he was bringing you along.
yeah. And then she was like, actually.
Oh, that's nice. That's thoughtful. That's it. That's nice. So with these long corners, what can be helpful with these is looking as far through the corner as you can. So with something like this, you can even sort of look out through the passenger window, looking around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That can often help to smooth things out as well in terms of the steering inputs and that sort of thing. That's it.
Love that.
The sound of it is fantastic.
When you let off the throttle
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
I love that.
That's it, just making sure over to the left hand side as you are here. That orange cone is the turning point, so next lap just think about turning in slightly later, coming across to where that cone is there, and then letting the car run out to the orange cone, start coming back across to the apex point by that cone, and then again let the car run all the way out to the white line on the straight here, accelerating all the way up to the cones, nice and firm on the brakes there. Yeah, my granddad actually used to live in the Death Valley just outside Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he lived there for years, but I never got a chance to visit him, which is a shame.
Death Valley's a...
I just thought it was such a random choice of a place to live.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever...
No.
If I would ever want to live there. It's an interesting place for sure.
Yeah. He said it got horrendously hot as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the desert, really, isn't it?
Yep. There's a reason it's called Death Valley.
Yeah.
I've been there through, on road trips and stuff. Yeah. No.
That's it. So think about that later turn-in point. That's it. That's nice. And then back across to where that cone is, and let the car. That's really nice. And then start turning back in at that orange cone. Across to this one. That's really nice. And then all the way out here, nice and smooth. That's perfect. That was good. That's nice. Turning in there, across to the apex point there, that's lovely. And let the car run all the way out. Start turning back in at the orange cone, across to this one, and then again building the acceleration, let the car run all the way out. That's lovely, really nice and smooth. Yeah, the sound of those down changes is...
Yeah,
you definitely don't get sick of that, hearing that every day.
No, you don't.
I just love these cars because they just look like a normal car from the outside, but they're just stunning to drive.
Yeah, I mean,
the sound of them.
They definitely have some styling.
Yeah.
Some styling cues. You can tell it's not
your average car.
It's not an average Mercedes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely don't have the flash of.
Yeah. I like that though because you could get away with taking it to your local supermarket, but
yeah,
but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have the paparazzi feeling of a Lamborghini or something.
Yeah. can't complain. It's a great job. That's it with this corner. If you think about holding it to the right just slightly before you go across to the left, and then obviously you just carry it around exactly where you were before. We'll get this car to let us pass the next lap. So bear with them a second. This lap. Yeah, thank you. So what they're going to do is just move to the left hand side of the dotted line by the entrance.
Okay.
We'll just pass them on the right hand side and then they'll just rejoin behind us.
Okay.
Just this bit here, just perfect. That's nice. Now back across to there, that's lovely. Now let the car run all the way out and think about starting to turn back in at the orange cone there. Back across, building up the acceleration, opening it out onto the straight, that's lovely. Because that corner is the one that leads onto the straight, it's crucial to get that good exit.
Right.
So getting the car stopped into the corner, getting that neat line on the way around like you did there, will mean that we've got sort of a better chance of getting down the straight nice and quickly. Sometimes the worst thing you can do is slam on the brakes anyway, so there's that. But
yeah,
most people are great and just want to have a nice time, and they're not here to sort of absolutely push the limits of the car. So
passenger is a lot scarier than being a driver.
It is, yeah.
Because being a driver, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and you've got a chance of sort of correcting it if something were to go wrong. But if you're in the passenger seat, I always think, yeah, there's not a huge amount I can do from over this side.
Yeah, no, you're along for the ride, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, and the passenger, you can't feel. Like,
no.
You feel what the car is doing, but
yeah.
you can't feel the driver's response. Like, you don't know how much I'm braking, you don't know how much I'm accelerating,
exactly.
like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas I do, so I know, like, oh yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But as a passenger, you might be like,
this doesn't feel great.
Yeah, like, are we gonna stop in time, or what?
Yeah, I'd say they're equally as impressive as the acceleration, because it's, it accelerates quickly but it stops just as quickly.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's reassuring.
Well, I was going to say, they kind of need to be that way.
Yeah.
Because if you had a car that could accelerate but can't stop,
it's no good.
Yeah, that's not a good recipe for success.
Are you into any motorsport, like NASCAR or IndyCar or anything like that? Because that's huge in America, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't watch.
Follow it.
I don't watch much NASCAR. I like F1 actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is obviously more European.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, F1's kind of the only one I really follow.
Yeah. Yeah, I personally prefer F1, but I know that NASCAR is pretty huge in America, isn't it?
Yeah, in America it's pretty big. I have a friend who's super into NASCAR.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in a car on a track and much worse than this.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. I mean, you have to respect it. But
you do, yeah.
Yeah. Like there.
Yeah.
We got a little bit squirrely. Yeah, his is too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that is, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it's got less power, but it's
Easier to handle.
yeah, you haven't got to be quite so
Careful.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the because we're getting close to them, that's all.
Yeah. I probably gave it a little more gas than I should have, but we're okay.
It's tempting when you got someone ahead.
Yeah. We're alive, so it's all good. What is a track day if you don't get a little squirrely?
Well, yeah. We'll just do one more lap.
Yeah, especially for us, because we're
rear wheel drive. We can do some drifting, that sort of thing. So we'll go out there instead of the wet straight. That's another perk of these, because they're the 43. You won't really get it into a drift.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. Love that.
So we'll come off this lap. So just exactly the same place as where we came on.
Yeah. Right there.
That's it. I mean, for them being four-wheel drive, they're not losing us much at all off here.